Hey, thanks, Hal. Nice to see you, dude. Oh, sick.
Welcome to
Can't wait to rewatch it
TCH
and hear the
Live. We
commentary.
are here in Austin, Texas for the Showdown at the Capitol final table. This is a $300 buy-in, 30K guarantee tournament. One single-day tournament, one of the signature events here at TCH Social Austin. Got your final 9 getting ready to get cards in the air, which will happen momentarily. Also, we'll show you the payouts in a moment, but I can tell you up top, you have 95-20. All these players have locked up right around 1K. 5,700 for second, 3,600 for third, and so on. We'll get cards in the air here in a moment. Looking at the lineup, we have some local tournament crushers, at least the folks that I'm personally aware of. We've got David in seat 5, a regular final tableist at local events, as well as Adric. He's been on a hot streak recently with some recent wins. JD in seat 8, I've played a fair amount of tournament poker with him, so good to see him making the final table as well.
10K, 15K, 15K. Christian, please shuffle up and deal.
We do start at 10K, 15, 15, 15K big blind Annie. So you'll see the short stacks, nobody desperately short, but JD getting close down there to that 10 big blind danger zone. And we're off here. Bunch of folds over to Adric. He'll let the 5-4 off go. He does like to play position. I think we'll probably see a theme of all these players taking advantage of position at this final table. JD waking up ace-9 off on the button. He is got that 11 and change big blind stack, and he's going to put them all in the middle. Gets a fold from the small blind, and over to the big blind who makes the call. We got an all-in first hand. Jacob waking up with pocket 7s. So a classic race here for JD's tournament life. As Uncle T joins us here in the booth.
What up?
And clean run out for Jacob, and unfortunately for JD, the final table is just going to be one hand, but well played. He's going to outlast over 85 players and take home $950 for his efforts today. These players did start playing, some of them potentially at noon. This tournament, like I said, in single-day event, so obviously there was registration into the afternoon, but some of these players playing almost 10 hours or over 10 hours already.
That's fun. Thank you.
Sign the bottom for me. Appreciate you coming out today.
Yep.
500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 25, and thank you so much for playing, brother.
Raised to 30K by David, ace-jack offsuit.
Thanks for the drink.
I didn't even know those things were glass, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Those were plastic.
I know. Surprised me.
Apologies for some of the quiet. We were sorting out a couple things here in the background, but On to hand number 3. If you're just joining us late, we have had an elimination on hand 1 and pocket kings here for Chase. He's going to make it 40K to go. Does have the favorable cutoff position, so no action this time. Hop in the chat and say hello. Happy to see each and every one of you here with us tonight. This is a special event.
Yeah, one of my races, man.
$300 buy-in, 30K guarantee, single day showdown at the Capitol. Does have a beautiful trophy to go to the winner as well. Raised by coach, queen 10 off from the low jack, and it folds around and he'll take down the blinds with no resistance. Of course, nobody with much to resist with.
I got 9. First hand. Thanks, man.
Quiet table. Everybody's scared to
That's
talk.
literally the first words that have been said.
We've been going at it for a long time.
Jeez, bro.
I think we captured
Church is more noisy than this.
JD in the background, sharing that he did go out first hand, unfortunately. Have to get his mic.
Enormous focus at this level. Heavy.
This is a pretty skilled final table. I mean, that's why the stacks are so shallow. It's 'cause
Oh no, there you go.
it's brought the
Bug edge it out.
More modest holdings. Folds around to the small blind. Alex has a
Cold, I can tell.
queen 10 of diamonds. He'll raise it up. Blind versus blind. These are always some interesting spots
Cocktail waitress.
at a final table. And David not ready to fold the ace-6 suited. Fortunately for him, Alex does have his suit covered, and he lets it go. So we have fireworks on the very first hand with an elimination, and since then, just raise and take it, essentially. Blinds have gone up. 10K, 20K, 20K big blind ante. So Adric on the short stack with exactly 10 bigs.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan.
And Raf with ace king off in the cutoff. $50K in the middle, every pot. He's going to go on the larger size.
Michelob Ultra draft.
65K. Just slightly larger. I like the size though. And once again, raise and take it. Sure, we'll have 2 players with a hand at the same time eventually. Alex, our chip leader in seat 4. Jacob right behind him at 470. Coach, David, Chase. All very even, relatively even stacks. Adric, just the lone wolf needing a double up.
No, it's been in play recently.
I didn't see it though.
Yeah.
After this hand, we'll show you the payouts. Like I said, everyone here is locked up over $1,000 with $9,500 going to the first place winner. We'll be with you until the conclusion of the tournament or a chop.
It's been a year. This is the new generation.
The last time I seen it, maybe
And this
one
is a
time,
good way to double up.
Big O tournament,
Pocket kings
Lodge,
for Adric.
when they had that Lodge Championship Series about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that was
It's not going to give away a timing tail and just jam his cards. Oh, and he's actually going to try to get
They're not that long lived.
Oh,
Coach,
yeah.
try to bait him into a jam to steal, but unsuccessfully. Jack 7 tray.
How'd we do?
Adric
I didn't
probably
cash.
wants to put some chips into the pot now,
About in the tournament?
given he
Yeah, I didn't cash. I
the
don't know how you done.
coach could have
I was
any
supposed
two
to cash
cards
it.
in the big blind, but he jams and
I think
he'll
he
take it
probably
down.
done Okay.
Something else came on. You were supposed to cash.
actually sitting on that short
Yeah.
stack with the low ICM implications early in the tournament. I like the attempt to limp and try to get someone to
My name got called for the cash game.
try to re-steal with
I understand.
maybe a lighter
Down about
holding.
3-4 blinds and put
As
the
it
name on
stands,
the
he
list.
won just as many chips as he would have had he gone all in pre-flop.
Seamless.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Another big hand, Tanner's turn. Ace king off. He'll make it 40K to go. See most of these players raising somewhere around 2.5x the big blind as a standard open. And once again, folds around and winning just the blinds and ante. However, that does increase his stack by around 15%, so not a bad pickup for Tanner.
You all from Austin?
Technically, it went away, but
While we get hand 9 dealt, these are your payouts. Showdown at the Capitol. This was a $300 buy-in, 96 entries. All these players have locked up $10.50 with $9,520 being the top prize.
What? Oh.
Jacks for Raph. He'll raise it up. Makes it 55,000.
I got it.
Adric with queens, major cooler developing. With these shallow stacks, neither player are going to be able to get away from these hands. Obviously, Adric, dream spot, holding the higher premium pair.
Coming.
Does come in for just a min raise. Does not commit his entire stack. See what Raph wants to do.
What's the racer? 110. You ain't Claire, that's old school.
Raph really thinking this over. He's aware that min raise reeks of a bigger pair, but he is going to put it all in, and They'll go heads up, 475 in the middle.
Maverick. They're all
2 outs.
What's that?
Maverick.
Excuse me, 450.
Alpha
Jack
maybe
and
Maverick?
Oh,
10 king tray, nobody with backdoor clubs or spades.
No.
Living on Jackson.
And that will do it. Adric is going to take this one down, and Raph will be crippled. Looks like he'll have just under 6 bigs left. Very nice pickup for Adric. He was the short stack coming into the final table, and now one of the 3 biggest stacks. We'll get the chip counts on your screen in a moment. Just a tough spot there for Raph. Not a whole lot you can do when you're sitting on around 10 bigs. You have a premium pair. Does have a bit more than a chip in a chair. He certainly can come back. Alex, ace jack off, he'll raise.
60,000.
What you got behind?
And Jacob gonna jam with the tanks from the small blind, and this is a big jam for Alex to call with just ace jack offsuit. Jacob really not going to be doing this with any worse aces, and just has a flip, and actually tens would be one of the better holdings for him to see if he were to make that call with ace jack, but he chooses to lay it down, and nice pickup there for Jacob.
Either one of us had it.
Getting him to
Either one of them
530K.
had it.
No.
Oh, him.
Pick his hand.
Just him. No,
80H poker,
Because I don't know what to get.
LFG Adric.
He was
Indeed.
saying if he didn't have either one of them, we push. But if he had
Always
one
fun
of
to
them,
be in the booth when you have the players out there that you've
Sure.
played with
well, I still don't know if I want to bet on that.
over the years,
You're gonna
gone to battle
go
with.
through all that,
Adric's
that's
certainly
so
one of
much.
those. He's a tough
No, I was
player
just clarifying the bet if we did bet.
if he's at your table.
I'm going to say queen.
Folds around to the button,
Queens is too much respect.
or excuse me, to the
Too much.
small blind. Tanner with jack 7 off,
Close.
Time will tell.
Close. Yeah, time will tell. Yeah.
and he's just going to rip it and get a snap call by A7, and beautiful spot for Raph. He is dominating Tanner's 7. Just needs to avoid a jack or some straightening cards. 8-8 deuce, couple of diamonds. Just needs to fade the jack, and does. So Raph getting that crucial double up.
Do I ever fold my jacks?
No, never. I don't think
I
so.
mean, I was tough.
Just a cooler.
Wow, I completely missed the jack. Apologies, everyone. I think we had a
Well, that main flight was like,
misread
we didn't have
here.
much behind
There was
us.
no jack,
Yeah.
We were set.
and Raph did win that pot with ace high. So the graphic is showing the incorrect winner. And Raph is, in fact, still here with us. May have to correct his chip stack at some point. I believe that may be what we're waiting for from the control room.
Why are we waiting?
So in spite of the misread on the board there, Raph, in fact, does double up. Has life, 210K, up over 10 bigs by a hair. Got to learn to trust my eyes, not the graphics sometimes. Coach with the poor man's ace king. He's got ace 5 suited. He'll raise it up from the low jack. And Raph coming fresh off that double up. He's got ace king. This is a great spot. Already 105K in the middle. This is an auto jam. Actually goes with a small-ish 3-bet. And looks like David has immediately mucked, and Raph will take that down. And actually, that gets Raph now actually still the short stack, but tied with Coach. They both have 305K. Really even chip stacks for a final table. Usually you'll see at least one or two big stacks, sometimes an overwhelming. Usually there's 2 or 3 kind of short, hanging on for dear life stacks, but not in this case, although stacks are getting shallower and blinds will be going up soon. We're at 10K, 20K, 20K at the moment. 50K in orbit is the price of poker.
25K chip cut in. Right on the borderline.
What?
You got one.
Oh, cool. They're crawling under. That's a good thing.
So Alex is going to limp in the small blind with 9-7 off, and David has checked his option with Jack 5 suited and 5 in the window, and another monster flop for David. A big blind special, and Alex is going to bet right into the teeth of David's trips. Goes small, just one big. David does go ahead and raise, and Alex with top pair. He's got to ask himself, would David ever be raising here with a worse 9? And obviously you lose to a 5. Blind versus blind, though, these battles can be tricky. And he'll let it go. Very nice fold by Alex. And very nice spot there for David. Gets him close to the chip lead.
Nice bluff, David.
Yeah, and you heard nice bluff from the table. I can definitely see why that would look very bluffy, blind versus blind. But Coach did indeed have it. Alex making nice fold with top pair. going to fold around to the button. He will let the dirty diaper go in the muck. And David with 9-7 suited in the small blind will complete. See what Adric wants to do. He's going to go ahead and check his option. And not the board either player were looking for. Ace, Jack, King, monotone, nobody with a spade. David's going to bet out, and Adric just lets it go. He is the more likely player to have some of that in his range, given that he chose to complete the small blind. However, that's just a small range advantage. Hop in the chat. I'm Kyle Frisbee. I'll be with you guys all night till the conclusion of this showdown at the Capitol here at TCH Social in Austin, Texas. Anderson Mill in 183 near the aquarium. And an all-in from Tanner. He's got pocket sixes. And Adric waking up with another pair over pair. He's got tens this time, but it's a big jam for nearly all of Adric's chips. And he is going to make the call. And he'll be very pleased to see that he is way ahead. Tanner looking for a 6 or some hearts. Six and a 6 only, and Tanner will be eliminated in 8th place. And Adric now our chip leader, separating himself a bit from the field. Go back and remind everyone. So Tanner will take home $10.50 for his efforts today. Not a bad day at the office. All these players have now locked up $1,200, and of course, with their eyes on that top prize of $95.20. Uncle T hopping back in the booth. Hop in the chat with us. We only had ADHD Poker rooting for Adric. Let us know who you're listening and rooting for.
I am too.
Yeah.
I told him before he went up there, I love Adric. I was like, okay, brother, I can't root for you, but I'm rooting for you. I'm always rooting for somebody at the table.
Yeah, Adric, a good dude and great player. So
yeah, and David's a buddy of mine. So and Chase, this is a great table.
Adric running hot early. He's had the better of the big pairs so far.
That helps.
Always helps.
Right up until it doesn't.
And actually, the call he just made with tens, not the world's easiest call. You could say it's automatic if you're a GTO wizard snob, but it's still for your whole stack, and you're sitting on one of the bigger stacks. So nice call by Adric. And Raph, King 10 suited. Just 15 bigs, so does choose to go ahead and come in for a raise. King 10 suited, right on the edge in early position, or in this case, under the gun.
Yeah, I always tell people that's the hand that I think people overvalue the most. Now, these players is a little different. I mean, and you're also playing 6 of. So,
Yeah, and when stealing the blinds is so valuable, he picks up
it is.
50K. That under the gun raise a lot of times get you a ton of respect. So
Yeah, especially when you got I don't know what it's 20K blinds, so he's got 355. No, now he has 355. At
Yeah.
the time he has 15 big blinds, a little bit less. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm sure he's very pleased just to pick up the blinds there
Oh,
with
I
that
would
hand.
be. Yeah. Do you care about the fact that the Cowboys are going into overtime at Green Bay?
I care a lot. In fact, I might let you take it away and go
Go watch it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if I can watch it.
That is a shocking outcome. Obviously, I'm on the Cowboys side, as you know, but
Yeah.
I was not exactly expecting them to put up this fight.
Yeah, it's been pretty incredible. Let's see if we get a good fight here. Raised to 55, ace 8. Adric gives it up. Oh, well, this is not going to be a hand that folds. What? What? What?
Yeah, the under the gun raise again. I think ace 10 suited shrinks pretty quick. I think Raph's cards are headed for the muck as well,
Yeah.
and do.
Wow. I mean, ace 10 suited, 6-handed.
Yeah, the stacks are just so shallow. Calling there puts you in an awkward spot. You got so many players. You have players behind. And it's an under the gun raise.
I get it. He's the shortest stack. Maybe he's thinking but you could go a long time without getting good hands
Yeah.
when you're this short and you got 10 big blinds. Well, a couple of more, 12 big blinds.
Down to 7. Blinds are coming around a bit quicker. A lot of raise and take it as well. And over to Chase, and he's going to rip it. Queen Jack suited.
See if we got anybody that's willing to call him. Oh, wow. There's a call.
There's a willing partaker. Raph, ace king suited, has this clubs covered of Chase.
If he knew that, he wouldn't hesitate. I think he's not hesitating right now. He's thinking about it. I think he'll come to the right conclusion here.
My only assumption is he's trying to have equal pacing with his strong hands, but this is
I agree.
Could never really be a fold. ICM only a small factor at this point. Pay jump's not huge just yet.
And you want to shove here. Don't want anybody else in the hand.
And does
put
the money
he's
in
just
the
got
pot.
a little bit more. He's got 30 more, so not a lot.
And you've been playing for a lot of hours. It's definitely okay to take your time at a final table like this. An ace in the window, but pair of jacks for Chase gives him some life. No help, and Chase will be our 7th place finisher.
Yeah, I was saying 6-handed. It was actually 7-handed. So he wraps up $1,200, and we move on to the next level, leveling up, laddering up, as they say, 1,425 for the next eliminated. And I've got to step back out there. Are you good?
Good to have you, Uncle T.
You got your phone for any, if you heard any screaming.
Just to check in on the score a little bit. As the Cowboys complete a long one down the sideline.
Pickens is having a great night.
Yeah, so all these players have now locked up, as Uncle T said, the 1425. Only a $375 pay jump, around 1 buy-in to 5th, but then it gets a bit steeper as Coach has pocket aces. And he'll make it 55,000.
Oh, is it?
Over to Raph. He is on the button with the suited ace and is going to make the call.
Yeah. I had queen jack of clubs. Guess what? I got called by all in pre-flop. Ace king of clubs. Yeah. That's pretty rare, isn't it? Yeah. And I thought come ace jack 10. He sat there and took.
And we have a misread. It's
He
not
was in
coach
small blind.
with aces.
The guy-
It is the 7 seat.
8 seat? No, 3 seat or 4 seat.
Assuming the card reader is correct.
Yeah, like coming this way from the dealer. He's
Apologies for the graphical
but
issue here, but
he took so long that he shouldn't have took that long. Even if he would take a little extra time to maybe get the big blind to come in. But I thought he was going to fold. He took so long. Yeah.
It's like a net roll on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we got 500, 1,000, 11, 75, and 1,200.
So I don't know if he was. I think he was thinking about folding.
Yeah.
assuming the graphics were correct, but just different players, coach, or excuse me, seat 7.
Maybe. If he was doing a good
Apologies
job of
for
it.
not having his name down just yet, but we'll see it on the leaderboard in a moment. It does take
All
down
right,
that
you
pot.
do a good job running the tournament, Jonathan.
Brother, I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you for playing.
No connectivity for Raph.
Have you ever seen it take so long to eliminate one person from 11 to 10? I know.
Oh, it is coach in seat 7. Apologies, I thought that was seat 5. We had it all straight, folks. We'll get there.
Can I get a call?
Oh, and there's Travi P in chat.
Wait, hold on. Let me try and.
Good to have you, sir.
They let me
Saw you
last
were
time.
in this one. I think with a bit of a deep
Wow,
run.
that's heavy.
Yeah, it's limestone from Quarry and Dripping Springs.
It's a little too heavy. I like it, but
Raise from Jacob, King Jack offsuit.
appreciate it.
I'll go raise those blinds. Thank you for playing. Appreciate you, brother.
Yep. Thank you, Jonathan.
Adric will make the call with 6-4 out of the big blind. And pretty favorable flop for King Jack offsuit. Top 2 for Jacob and really nothing for Adric. Travis in chat says, Raph got me. Glad to see he's doing something with the chips. I've certainly been in that seat before as well. And not a bad idea to go ahead and root for your chips. Hope they get put to good use, as Raph has thus far. Chip leading. Folds over to David on the button. He's got Jack 10. Blinds are up 15, 25, 25. So David limps in. Adric completes a small blind, and coach will check his option. And ace king 10, pair of 10s for David with a gut shot, and flush draw for Adric. This could be fireworks. Comes in for a small bet. Coach out of there, and David will make the call. Deuce of spades on the turn, a complete blank. See if Adric keeps the pressure on. Yeah, he's going to opt for the check call, likely, depending on how big David goes here, if he chooses to bet at all. David also with very vulnerable showdown value. He does opt to check back to the river. Adric looking for a diamond, and it's another 10. And so David, now with trips, has to feel really comfortable. Adric knows if he doesn't bet, he cannot win. So let's see what he chooses to do here on the river. And he will slow down and check. Now David going to go for some value, and Adric with 7 high will let it go. Down to our final 6. Do want to remind everybody, Trailblazer Tour Season 2 will be coming back with the 100K leaderboard free roll. We'll give you some additional info on that tournament series during one of our upcoming breaks. Players will still have their regular breaks. As Alex wakes up with the ladies in the hijack, he'll raise it up. Looks like he's made it 60K. White chips are 5K, red chips are 25K. Don't believe we have any blue chips on the table, but those are 100Ks if we end up with a color up. Alex will raise and take it.
Everyone's falling asleep. Everyone's falling asleep.
Jason is on.
Suzette in chat with the super chat. Thank you so much. And David with jacks is going to make the raise to 75K. Folds around a raft in the big blind and just jack 6 suited.
Can you pull your red stat?
See our tournament director, Jonathan, in the background.
Yes. Thank you.
Raff electing to fold. David up over the 600K mark. And Suzette's super chat rooting for Jacob. Glad to have you in the chat, Suzette. David, another playable hand. Under the gun, though, Queen Jack offsuit, so he'll play it on the conservative side and just call the 25K. Folds around a raff, and he just has to flick in another 10K to see a flop here, and Alex will check his option with 5-4 suited. Instead, it's going to be an open-ended straight draw for David. With backdoor spades. And that's going to be the nuts. For David in the 5 seat, unfortunately for him, only wheel gutters for his opponents. It's going to bet half pot. And Raf is going to make the call and hope to hit a 4 and win a monster. But unfortunately, he is drawing dead.
Thought so. I don't know if we had to like get off the stage.
8 of spades on the river does bring in the front door flush.
It's a pretty good game.
And Raf's going to bluff at it, representing the flush. But David doesn't have to think about it very long and makes the call with the nut straight. He'll take down a very nice pot. That gets him up over 800K. Nicely played by David. And if you're watching Cowboys, Packers, 4th and 6 for the game in OT. Dallas leading by 3.
Yeah, it's live. Okay, cool. I didn't know. Yeah.
Don't cut the stream off to watch. I'll give you the updates.
The last time I made a final table, it was during the Poker Atlas tour. They streamed it, but then they didn't release the stream until the next day. Okay. Cool. Well, down if I told my mom to tune in. She's waiting for something to pop up.
Raf waking up with ace queen on the button. He'll make a raise. 65K. And Alex, king queen suited in the small blind. This is a rejam spot, and he does make the jam. And wow, David, also with ace queen, wants to know how many chips Raf has.
If they heard anything, they probably would have told him.
Yeah, 400. 285 behind.
Makes the fold, and you can't blame him. You have a raise and a jam ahead of you, and Raf looking up at the payouts, trying to decide if he wants to put his tournament life at risk in this spot. Of course, we know he would have Alex dominated and makes the call. Alex looking for a king or some diamonds.
Good. Heads up. Good to go. How about them Cowboys?
8-6 tray, no help. Clean run out for the ace queen, and Raf up to 750K, and Alex unfortunately crippled. He will just have about 2.5 big blinds.
Pretty important field goal.
Really pretty standard play by all players. You have a raise and a jam ahead of you. If you're David, your ace queen offsuit is going to shrink up.
Not much, I guess.
I was scared of him.
Yeah.
Get a button raise, and you look down at king queen suited. Very understandable re-steal spot. Unfortunately for Alex, he runs into the ace queen.
Well, I have
One of the worst hands he could see.
I have the same hand you did.
David sharing with the table. He had the same hand as Raf. Speaking of Raf, he is closing in on David's chip lead. They are close to even, around 750K. And Coach is all in with pocket sevens.
7 all in.
And Raf with ace king. Just some monsters for Raf early on this final table. This would be a flip. Wouldn't be in quite as good of a shape, but feels a lot better about it, given it is not for the majority of his stack, as was the case on last hand. Raph electing just to make the call, does not come over the top all in. And looks like David
GTO charts?
did not know it was his turn,
Oh,
and
no, I didn't.
will lay down
I
the
didn't.
Jack 7.
No.
That's embarrassing.
So heads up,
You embarrassed?
No, you.
coach
you're
at risk
embarrassing
here,
me.
needing the 7s to hold. If you want to win a tournament, you're going to have to win some flips, and coach going to need to use his one time right here. An ace on the turn. Raph is going to take this down and eliminate another player. Coach going to be exiting. Nicely played by him. He'll receive $14.25 for his efforts today. Remaining field is locked up $1,800, and the pay jumps getting more significant.
Absorbing people's
$525 pay jump upcoming, and 1K plus pay jumps after that. So the pay jumps are becoming very real.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I sprained my thumb the other day.
Poker injury?
No, skateboarding actually.
Oh.
Alex all in with Jack 10 suited.
I thought he would walk out on stage, David. He was like checking his cell phone.
The beneficiary of coach having to jam those 7s and gets the pay jump on the very, very short 2.5 blind stack. And now Jacob waking up ace queen, and he's all in.
One all in.
So this will be for Alex's tournament life. Jack 10 suited versus ace queen off. Relatively fair fight. And there's a 10 for Alex. Needs to avoid an ace or a queen. And it'll be a third 10. So he will get more than a double up.
Man, I didn't read it correctly.
Actually, nearly a quadruple up. He will now be sitting on
I've
235.
been hoping for a queen on the river there. I'm not gonna lie. I may have been hoping for a queen on the river there. I'm not gonna lie. I might have been anti-sweating the shit out of you.
So Alex goes from 65K to 235K and is back in business after hitting trip 10s.
The 10s. Yep. Should be good. Okay, we're good.
Jeff in chat saying, my name is Jeff, and I get the reference, Jeff. That's very funny. Travis is rooting for a tie. Well, you never know, Travis. You may get your wish if they chop evenly. Oh, Travis watching football as well. So looks like the Cowboys and Packers are headed for double OT. Queen high still best here for Jacob on Jack 6 deuce. But Raph is going to make a bet and take it down. He is sitting on over 1 million chips and can definitely throw his weight around on some of these shorter stacks.
Having fun. So that's what matters, right?
Exactly.
Having fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit having fun.
Alex in the 4 seat did have the quadruple up, but is still the short stack. He's going to be looking to double soon, and other players will be trying to stay out of giant pots till he either doubles or is eliminated. Oh, I forgot it. The NFL eliminated double OT in the regular season, so we do have a tie, Green Bay versus Dallas. Ace Jack suited versus Jack 9 suited, 2 a flop, 10 high, nobody connecting. Backdoor spades for Jacob. Ace high still good for Raph. He will check it. Check, check into a turn. Raph electing to check to Jacob for a second time, and Jacob once again checking, and Raph already ahead with ace high makes a pair, so he is going to make a bet, and Jacob just jack high will let it go. Gary in chat saying nobody root for the Cowboys. Blasphemy, Gary. Got to root for the boys. Actually, all things considered, as a Cowboys fan, I would say a tie, given what I thought could have happened tonight. Probably have to take it. Dealer pausing things for the graphics to get caught up here. Apologies for the delay. But looks like we have a limp from Raph, and Jacob's going to complete. And David says no limping. Not yet sure what everyone has. What we do know is Raph is sitting on the overwhelming chip lead at about 1.2 million. Has elected to fold, and nice squeeze by David no matter what he had. ADHD Poker saying what an insane game. Certainly was. I'm pretty amazed that my Cowboys could hang with them with CD on the sideline. Rebel Poker says Green Bay just pissed me off.
Make sure you guys scan your cards.
Welcome to the chat, Rebel. Always good to have you. Looks like we're back in business with hole cards, so Raph here with pocket threes in the cutoff. Sitting on the big stack can start to really apply pressure. Looks like 80K. Alex and David will fold, and Adric in the big blind with just 10-6 suited. It's going to take his usual time, but those cards will find the muck. Alex, the jiggities, and he is all in, and just unfortunate. David, you finally look down at a premium pair. You're sitting on the short stack, and the person to your immediate right just wakes up with aces. David will make the call and folds around, so heads up.
I was hoping there was another queen. behind my
Alex
queen.
looking for a jack.
I was too.
King 3 deuce. And aces will hold for David, and David up to 895K, and Alex, bit of an unfortunate spot there to run into aces, but he did get the nice ladder up when Coach jammed with pocket sevens and lost a flip, so he will exit in 5th place with $1,800. Remaining players locking up 23.25. And of course, a $1,300 pay jump. Adric, queen 9 suited on the button. Has the advantage of having the 2 big stacks to his right, so of the shorter stacks, he does have the more favorable position. And Raph waking up with 9s, another premium hand for the man in the 3 seat.
Hey, Jonathan, will you grab his mic?
And he will come in for a 3-bet. Makes it 120. Excuse me, 125. And Adric will let it go.
Guess I'm glad I didn't rip it. What? Guess I'm glad I didn't just rip it.
Jacks.
Oh, no. God, this guy.
Jacks.
I had jacks?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He had a great hand, I think. I had a good hand.
I'm going with Jacks.
Pretty close.
And pretty quickly, we're down to the final 4. 5 eliminations in 36 hands. And Adric, pocket 6s,
Jacks.
4-handed. I would imagine these chips are going into the middle. Actually, opts for the more conservative route and is just going to go with a standard 2x raise. Over to Raph. He'll fold the king 8. David with the same hand. And lets it go. And Adric picking up the blinds with just the min raise. Pretty good result with 6s. Although he immediately has to pay the big blind and big blind ante. Always a bit annoying when you finally pick up some blinds as a shorter stack and immediately have to put them back in the pot. Raph going to make the call on the button, and David, with a suited 10, is also going to complete the small blind. And over to Adric, he has a suited connector. has some weakness ahead of him, but does go ahead and check. $9.95, and this is trouble for Adric. He has flopped bottom pair, but Raph continuing to run hot. He has trips and a flush draw for David, and he's going to lead out at a little something for everyone here. And the big something for Raph, he is in the driver's seat. Adric, great laydown, his pair of fives. And Raph is not going to play his trip slow.
The short stack's must be the big blind next hand.
He'll make it 75K.
75.
Pretty quick call from David. Looking for a diamond. A non-ace of diamonds. And there it is, just immediately banks it. Big cooler situation. Trips versus turned flush. $250,000 already in the middle. David going to think this one over. Does he want to go ahead and bet his flush or check and float or the three better? And he leads out for 100K. Don't see how Raph could get away here just yet. Certainly the call of the three bet on the flop. There are some flush draws that would have got there, so interesting spot here for Raph. And he's going to come back over the top. Music to David's ears. David, though, does have to be worried about some higher flushes as well as possible boats, but looks like he has come back over the top. One interesting thing, you can see David's chest rising and falling there.
We got a spot here.
That's a good one.
Gigantic pot, and Raph unable to boat up on the river, and David's flush is going to be good. Looks like he's going to do a chip count of what he has remaining and make his decision. He does stick the remainder 395 in the middle. 3.45 million in this pot, and Raph just an ugly spot here. If he makes the call, he'll go from chip leader to a short stack. Obviously, he has all the nines beat if David did have a 9 himself. but I'm sure most concerned about the flush as played.
I don't know if I can fold it then. Oh, he threw a cockroach in that? Pooping all over.
Put it in the chat. Does he call? Does he fold? This would be a huge laydown.
It's only chips. I can't eat you.
Hmm?
I can't eat you. It's only chips.
True. Yeah, I'll be sick. You know what? Ace down diamonds.
Raph understandably laboring over this decision. ADHD predicting in chat that he will fold. Travis weighing in, think the limp on the button with ace-9 was a mistake. I would agree with that. Want to raise or fold? In fact, given the hands, he would have just taken down the blinds, most likely. Kenny saying even the roach is all in. The roach did indeed make its way over to the pot of 1.4 million. Oh, and he's just about to stick it in and thinks better of it.
You just need 30 more seconds.
GJE saying can't fold. Huge spot for Raph. Obviously, he's thinking if I win, I just about win the tournament, and does make the call. David now, massive chip leader, 1.87 million in his stack, and Raph taking a huge hit down to 450K.
Hot final table. He was. So now you've taken over the torch.
Huh?
So
Just
he
a
was
nasty
on
run
top,
out
now
for
you've taken
Raph.
over the
Thinks he
torch.
has it locked up, flopping trip
Oh,
nines.
Yeah. Now it's my time to swoop in and
Perfect hand.
ADHD poker. Wow, tough one.
Okay.
Well said.
Good, looks
That
good.
is a tough
Looks
spot.
perfect.
Yeah, sure.
You're at a
does.
relatively shallow stack final table. You flop trips. Not sure what history Raph and David might have leading up to this final table, but possibly seen David bluff in similar spots.
1/3 to go.
Always a lot of
This
factors
guy.
that maybe we don't know watching at home.
I'm not dead yet.
No, of course not. Nobody is.
But as it stands, David up to nearly 1.9 million. More than covering the remainder of 3 players combined. Adric down to 330K, looks down at an ace. Sitting on 11 bigs, and he will rip it.
All in.
Queen 5 from Jacob goes in the muck, and Adric will take down the blinds and antes.
What hand did you think I fold? What hand do you think I fold?
What hand do what?
What hand do you think I folded?
When? You didn't fold, you called.
Oh, that's true.
So I don't know what the question is.
Yeah,
What
I
hand
should
do-
have folded. Okay, that's what I had in my mind. I should have folded.
Oh,
All the sweet talk.
I wasn't looking for
Adric.
fold.
Ace 4 of hearts on the button. We'll let it go. And Jacob on the short stack wakes up with Cowboys. He's just going to limp in and hoping Raph would make some kind of move, and flops top set. Unfortunately for him,
So long ago, I'll have to watch the stream.
Raph with absolutely nothing goes check, check, and Jack of clubs on the turn. Jacob going to have to start putting some money in this pot, and unfortunately just no action. Does, however, add 60K to his stack, so he is a little bit less on life support. Sitting on a little over 250,000 chips. 30K big blind. Raph will limp the small blind with King 4 suited. David asks to look at his stack with 8 high, but does go ahead and make the check. Top pair for Raph. Nothing doing for David, and Raph going to play it slow, his top pair. And does induce a bet from David. 35K. Just a hair over one big. And just a call from Raph. Five of hearts on the turn brings in the front door flush. Could cause Raph a little PTSD after that previous big pot, and now 4 to the flush come in. Nobody with a heart.
Yeah,
Raph's still good.
is somebody going to act like they have a heart?
Yeah, I think if you're Raph, you just he goes ahead and checks. I was thinking maybe just a block bet,
Yeah.
but as it stands, he will take down that pot. Gets him up to around $500,000.
So what do you think at the table so far?
Well, it's gone quick. Not a lot of super out of line plays, but the kind of unorthodox cooler that happened a moment ago with Raph flopping trip nines and David turning the straight. A little unfortunate for Raph, but
yeah,
as Travis pointed out in chat, limping the button with ace-9 off, a little bit ill-advised in that spot, but
yeah.
Raph's still very much in the mix. He's got 485K, and he's going to raise the button with a ace-3 offsuit. David, 10 jack, small blind. He'll let it go. Over to Adric, suited king.
Yeah, this may be a calling hand.
Yeah, already has 30K in the pot, so not much more to make the call, and does. Queen 5-5, couple of spades. Raph does have the ace of spades. Adric will check over to Raph.
Yeah, this is where position's going to win this hand probably.
Yeah, Raph has checked back in a lot of spots like this, and 8 on the turn.
Right now, Edric's thinking, is there ever a possibility he's got a 5 in his hand? But of course, Raph's range does include an ace queen, king queen.
Check, check. Both players playing it safe, and king on the river for Adric in the nick of time.
And it's probably still going to go check, check, though. Let's see if Adric decides to bet this king. Now he hopes he has a queen.
Yeah, arguments can be made for value betting or checking with the intent to obviously check call.
Yeah, I mean, the board is not that scary. The spades did not come through. The only thing you're worried about is king queen here, which is in Raph's range. That's a nice size bet. Looks value-y, which it is.
Yeah, and Raph trying to decide if ace high is good here. Of course, Adric did call a raise in the big blind, so he is going to have some kings and queens in his range, most certainly.
Yeah, he's holding the cards like they're going to get folded.
Yeah, I think if the river is a card like maybe an offsuit 4, something like that, you're much more inclined to consider the ace high call here. But
yeah, I agree.
Adric's going to have got there with a king a decent amount of the time.
I mean, probably what Raph's thinking there is I'm getting so much protection for that bad kicker with the king, the queen, and the 2 5s. This is a one card. You know, if he's clean, he's got the best hand. You know, he's got the best no pair, except for the 5s, obviously. So that's probably what he was going through in his mind.
Nice pickup for Adric.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, obviously David's way out in front, but
yeah, actually Adric's second in chips, but still in a very uncomfortable spot with just about 13, 14 bigs. David looking really relaxed, waking up with ace king on the button. It's good to be the big stack.
I've never seen David look anything but relaxed.
That is true. I've never seen the man look stressed. Ooh, and Jacob with waking up with 9s.
And yeah, he's going to
fair fight. Classic. Jacob can't hate this spot, a chance to double up, and does not fade the ace.
And even the heart.
And not one out on the river, unfortunately. And that will be the end of the night for Jacob, but nicely played.
And the domination continues.
David absorbs another one.
And Jacob will leave us tonight with $2,325 in his pocket. $300 buy-in, so very nice day of work for that man.
Well, folks, this is TCH Social in Austin. My partner, Kyle. This is Uncle T. The Whammo and the T with you tonight for our showdown at the Capitol.
Also want to shout out Suzette yet again. She was
Suzette
rooting for Jacob.
Super like. Nice. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us as well to root on Jacob. Adric, a couple of 5s on the button. Came in for a 2x raise in a similar spot with 6s not long ago. And he's just going to lay down the 5s. And this is an ICM play here.
Yeah.
The pay jumps now much more significant than they were a few players ago. Raph completing with the suited connector.
I will say it's a little surprising with the button. Of course, I love 5s, but
one too many, right? 65.
Blinds did go up.
He's smarter than I am.
See your chip? Thank you.
David once again asking to see Raph stack.
Yeah.
Can be difficult with players that hold their hand in front of their chips like that to get a feel for how many chips they have.
Yeah, and I believe this is a club draw. I think it's Jack 9 deuce. No, just the
Top
Jack.
pair.
Okay. Thought he might have jacks with the club draw, which would be even stronger. Gut shot is a hard thing to call with, especially for your tournament life.
Does make the fold, and another pot for David gets him up over 2 million.
Really?
Crush it.
Absolutely
Good hand early,
dominating.
I didn't want to.
Give up 2,100.
Yeah, I'm running good enough that I get 2 buttons in a row.
Well, partner, I'm going to go back out to the table.
I'm not going to.
I'm listening to you. You're doing great.
Oh, thanks so much, Uncle
Looks like
T.
you got some
Good
good
to have you in here.
commentators here or chatters.
Yeah, we got the chat involved. Feel free to light it up again, folks.
Yeah. Hit that like button.
Adric with an ace again on the button. Let's it go. As Jonathan delivers the trophy to the table with the final 3 remaining.
Can't see. Man.
Find a little bit better spot so David can see Raf's stack.
What?
You want that to go, right?
No, I want to be able to look at you.
Jack high flop, nobody connecting. Excuse me, so king high still good for Raf. But David, relentless pressure. Raf does a little chuckle and starts to count out calling chips and makes the call. Just a pair of deuces. Another 4 on the turn. So with Raf calling and no obvious draws, David is going to have to put Raf on a pair, most likely, but knows he can implement the highest amount of pressure.
Again? I mean, how many times are you going to ask?
I didn't ask. I just want to look.
120.
It's going to go 120K, and that's going to be just about, wow, and Raf, a non-believer, puts it in, and he'll take it down with just a pair of deuces. Adric certainly hoping for a call there, but David with just 9 high.
Oh.
ADH Poker saying, dang, David didn't want the trophy.
Roll.
I think he knows it's
game is that?
headed for his mantle,
Oh, sick. Oh, yeah.
or certainly
man.
probably feels confident that it's likely to be so.
No, don't put it next to me. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
It's the Raf and Adric battle. Who can secure
The money out there too. Just
second place money? And Raf is going to be pleased to look down at a couple of black jacks.
It's like in Horrible Bosses when they put out the hit and they open the briefcase and it's just the one brick of 10 grand.
Raised to 90K from Raf and Adric.
That's what that is? 90. Okay.
King 5 off. He'll let it go. So that gets Raph up over 600,000, and Adric gonna have to make a move, creeping down to the 13 big blind range. Obviously three-handed, the blind's coming around extremely quickly. Costs 75K every orbit, and David has all the chips and all the cards at the moment. Ace Queen offsuit, monster three-handed. Makes it 75K to go. Raph, King 4. Just 45K more to him. Will make the call. So we'll see another flop, Raph versus David. It's been quite a battle, and this is going to be a round of Raph, most likely. Top 2 dream flop in this spot with King 4. He will check over to David. David has shown the propensity to try to steal these pots. Does flick out another 75K. Raph immediately looking at his chips. Question is, does he raise now or later? No likely draws, and does make the flat call. Nicely played, and Raph set up for a full double here if he can hold on the river. David now with top pair. Queen kicker certainly will be going nowhere. Has to believe that he's gotten there. Stack to pot ratio with Raph about 1.5. David just value betting. An immediate jam from Raph and quick call, and David's going to see the bad news. He's going to need some help on this river. 8 outs for David.
How about an ace?
Any ace, queen, or a deuce would counterfeit Raph's 2 pair.
Or a queen?
And no help, and Raph evening things up quickly. 1.2 million, David down to 1.3, and Adric had to be rooting for David there. He's going to need a double soon. He's down to 390 and no close short stack in sight. However, it does free him up as now ICM implications less severe on him, given there is no other competing short stack. Travis, Adric, going to be forced to make a move now. Certainly agree, sir. And knowing Adric, he's not afraid to make those moves, so he's a master, I believe, of these shove fold ranges deep in tournaments. It'll be fun to watch him navigate the short stack. Nicely played there by Raph, electing to go with just the flat call on a very dry board, flopping 2 pair, and really a cooler of a turn for David. No way he can get away from top pair queen kicker on that turn. Adric with just a brutal 6 deuce offsuit when you are willing to shove pretty wide. Raph going to raise it up with Queen 5 suited with his newly minted stack. Gets a fold from David. Just 6 high. Adric having to put 60K in this pot before he sees his hand. We'll be down to 330 if he's unable to pick up this pot. Raph doing a little inventory. We'll just limp with the Queen 9 offsuit and David with an atrocious deuce 3. And Adric, all the chips are going in, folks. He's got ace 10 offsuit facing a limper. Can't imagine any other decision here. And does make the jam, and I presume a fold forthcoming from Raph, unless just in the mood to gamble to try to get Adric out of the mix. Adric, however, should have a relatively solid image in spots like this. He really hasn't been
345?
wild in his choice of spots to try and pick up the blinds. So Raph appears to be having a card funeral, and we'll let this one go.
Players, you're on a 10-minute break.
Can hear Jonathan, the tournament director. There is a 10-minute break that will commence now.
Nice hand. Thanks, man.
And I will take a break as well, but not before. Give you a little tease of the Trailblazer Tour.
Borderline for me.
And we'll be back with you in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Slam dunk jam for me, I feel like. I could make it like 4 bigs or 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah, if you had such a good hand,
I got some good ones.
The hunt starts now. Every stop, every hand, every point counts. Earn points by entering, registering on time, finishing in the money, and score multipliers with bigger fields. Climb the leaderboard and take your shot at the ultimate free roll prize pool. $100,000 in cold hard cash reserved for the grinders who rise to the top. Trailblazer Poker Tour Season 2 begins the 25th of September at TCH Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas. Play more, earn more, climb to the top where you belong.
Just a reminder before I do step away for a moment, we are down to our final 3 in the Showdown at the Capitol. Over 30K in the prize pool, and all these players have locked up 3,600, but massive jump to the 9,500 for first. So a battle will be re-ensuing when we are back with you here in just a few minutes.
The hunt starts now. Every stop, every hand, every point counts. Earn points by entering, registering on time, finishing in the money, and score multipliers with bigger fields. Climb the leaderboard and take your shot at the ultimate free roll prize pool. $100,000 in cold hard cash reserved for the grinders who rise to the top. Trailblazer Poker Tour Season 2 begins the 25th of September at TCH Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas. Play more, earn more, climb to the top where you belong.
Kyle Frisbee back here with you guys. Thanks for hanging on through the break. We're at TCH Social here in Austin, Texas. This is the Showdown at the Capitol, $300 buy-in. You saw the payouts during break, 9,500 up top. Still around 6K these players are battling for. Big difference between third and first. David, the prohibitive chip leader, over 2 million earlier, did lose that big pot to Raf. He flopped top 2 pair with King 4 just a bit before break. And so Adric, the man on the chopping block, and he's all in with 5-4 suited. From the small blind, blind versus blind, and Raf waking up with the king. Adric was still plenty of fold equity with his 420K stack, albeit just 10 bigs, 10 and a half. And Raf will let it go. So nice pickup there. Adric up to $500,000 on the nose. Another strong hand, three-handed for Adric. King, queen offsuit. On the button, 100K in every pot. Blinds going up after the break to 20, 40, 40, and he is all in once again. Raf going to have to lay it down, as well as David with his 5-deuce offsuit. And Adric will take down another pot up to 600K. Very nice start post-break for Adric. Pretty massive difference. Just picking up the blinds and antes a couple of times. David, queen 7, will limp in from the small blind. Adric with just 8-5 off. We'll check his option and we'll see a flop. And pair of 5s for Adric. On king 10-5 rainbow. David checks over to him. Adric will take a stab with his bottom pair and take down the pot, and that's, I believe, 3 in a row for Adric, so he is nearly doubled his stacks since the break. Travis in chat saying, Adric has played great, only real mistake is the camo shorts. Fair enough, Travis. I think there's an old pair of camo Carter shorts somewhere in my closet, or one of my closets. Might have to dig those out if they get me to final tables like they do Adric. David raising to 100K. Queen 9 suited, and Adric king jack offsuit. Does already have 20K in the small blind. Takes a quick glance up at the payouts. Payouts are on the screen directly behind the dealer. And he is going to rip it. Three-handed king jack offsuit. Good enough to go all in, and David going to think about it for a moment, but queen nine suited, not really the hand you want to be calling off half your stack with. Does know Adric could be doing this a bit wide, but he'll let it go.
Too much.
And what a start post break for Adric.
I'll
He
look
is
at
up
a
to
nice hand with you
820K. Playing like a man on a mission. Angelo in chat says it's late, go all in already. I know that's a joke, but this is the spot in the tournament where you've been playing for hours and hours. It's been stressful, but not stressful for Adric with pocket aces. And he's going to have a very loose image after the last several hands. Be interesting to see how he plays this one. Sitting on over 20 bigs. Comes in for a standard 2x raise, as he's done with weaker holdings. Raf and David have to be thinking at some point we're going to have to put a stop to all this aggression from Adric, but he's got the bullets. David with 5 high again, and unfortunately for Adric, no action, but he is closing in on 1,000,000 chips. And in fact is just about neck and neck with David. And really, Raf, it's very even here. Very quickly, Adric went from the distant third place short stack to it's really anyone's game. Monster three-handed for David, ace-queen suited, and Raf has come in for a raise with king-5 off, and David not going to wait around. He'll 3-bet to 225, and Adric quickly letting go of the queen-jack offsuit. Raf will let it go and live to see another day. Nicely played by David. Doesn't mess around, comes in for the raise and picks up a significant pot without having to see a flop, and he's up to, or back up to, over 1.1 million. Adric in third, but even in third, he has a stack that could severely wound his opponents, which is a big factor in decision making. Adric limps, and Raf is going to go ahead and raise with the king 3 offsuit. Something a little bit different of a gear than what we've seen previously from Raph. Nice move. Ace-Jack offsuit. More than good enough to come in for a raise 3-handed. He makes it 150. And David, Ace-King. What a spot for David. This is absolutely a cooler 3-handed for Raph and David all in. And this is definitely where the ICM implications. Does Raph want to call off his whole stack with Ace-Jack offsuit? But Ace-Jack offsuit could be ahead of some of David's range or flipping.
1065.
David could do this with hands like Ace-10 suited, King-Queen suited, any pair essentially. So Raph going to do a little inventory. As you see the camo pants of Uncle T in the background, it's just a camo day at the Showdown at the Capitol.
Great. I like it. Went down.
Trying to read your lips in case you raise me, so I'll know whether to fold.
Yeah, no, no. Not a lot behind. Good cards.
Little bit of table talk between these two players, but Raph makes a nice laydown and very nice spot there for David. Gets him up over 1.25 million.
Oh, if I had deuces, we were seeing a
Starting to separate himself from the pack a bit. Around 400K or so advantage over Raph. And Raph and Adric battling it out.
Queen Jack, I think, yeah.
Pay jump's huge at this point.
My hand or your hand?
Your hand.
Why would I raise the queen jack?
Thank you.
David limping in, and Adric, he's going to raise the price of poker with an ace. Ace 8 off. David giving Adric the stare this time. Most of that's been focused to his right.
How many blues do you have, man? Six.
Travis in chat saying Uncle T's outfit today looks like a cry for help.
Yeah.
You said it, not me. But that may be the chat of the day. Nothing like slip-ons and cargo or camo joggers. We love you, Uncle T. Raffle take down a quick pot with a couple of fives. On to hand 59 of this final table. Down to our final three. All these players have locked up 3,600, 9,500 for first. This is a signature no limit event, trophy event.
Every month. Did you already tell everybody to come down for next month?
Did, played the promo during the, but we can certainly
Nice.
remind them.
Travis, you're so wrong. But you're not wrong. You're wrong, but you're not wrong.
I already told Travis it's chat of the day.
Chat of the day. You
Yep.
can put it up there. I appreciate that, partner. It is a cry for help. It's a desperate, neurotic cry for help.
Actually, now that you're here, I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah, you see the pants. I almost
yeah.
wore the shoes, but they were in the washing.
Yeah, the Dak jersey with the camo pants, camo joggers.
I assume you don't want to see the boxer shorts.
Sort of matching undershirt. It's
Yeah, no, that's Cowboys.
oh, okay, it is. All right, fair enough.
You want to see that? You want to see the boxers?
No, I'm good.
I'm good. That's enough blue to save you or to hold you forever.
At least we know it's boxers, not a thong. That's all we care about.
So has there been talk of chops? I mean, the Cowboys and the Packers chop tonight.
Yeah, that's true. We've already seen one chop on the big screen, but no talk of it. I suspect, not to try to get in players' heads, but I don't know that at least one of these players is much of a chopper. So see how this plays out. We did have three very even stacks not long ago. Every player right about $1 million, but
yeah,
David picking up a couple hands has re-separated himself. Adric making the call with Jack 10 off, and this is going to be a favorable flop. Top pair.
Evil check. So good when you flop that top pair, pretty good kicker, and you're out of position because you can check, induce a bet.
Pretty wet board, so curious to see what Adric, there's a ton of turn cards that he doesn't love to see. It is just three-handed, so I'm very curious to see what he elects to do, and it looks like it's going to be a raise.
Yeah. I think that's the play. I agree with that. Oh, and he's
going
to
come along.
Not a believer.
Been a bit stickier since the last break. Just going to need a lot of help on this turn.
Yeah, a lot.
We're looking for some type of straightening card or obviously an ace. And that is no help. Three of spades, absolute blank. Adric's got to love that turn. Stack to pot ratio right about 1.9. Not 1.9, 0.9. Or less, actually. 0.8. Another value bet from Adric. Goes exactly 1/3 pot. And Roth, not a lot of reason to continue here, but no matter what, stands to be somewhat crippled.
Yeah.
Blinds will be going up relatively soon as well. I think it was okay to stab after being checked to on the flop, but not a ton of reason to call the raise from Adric. Got himself in a bit of a tough spot here, and he'll let it go. Nice pickup for Adric. Adric up to 1.1 million and close to David. And now Raf is going to need some help from the poker gods. He's going to have to pick up a hand. Certainly has plenty of chips to maneuver and try to steal some blinds without being overly urgent.
All of these players have been so patient tonight, so deliberate, especially towards the last 5 or 6. Really is a good example of tournament poker here at the end, especially getting shorter and shorter. Adric is always like the Sphinx anyway. He's very, very deliberate. There's the all-in.
Raf's suited ace, and that's going to be a nice pickup for him, right back up to 800K.
Yeah, one of the things I like about it, Adric, he never poses. Even if you're in a tournament where you're not on the live stream, if he makes a move on you, you know it instantly because he just mucks them. He doesn't sit there and go,
yeah.
You know, of course, you don't know when somebody's doing that because they don't have a good hand and they're just not trying to give that away. He'll just muck them. I'm not going to waste your time. That's kind of a dealer mentality. Let's not waste everybody's time. Let's move on to the next one. I really like about him as a player.
He also has a really strong routine where he doesn't give any timing tells. It's not, he doesn't waste time, as you said, but there's no timing tells. And he's picked up a couple of sixes here. It's going to go 2x. His standard raise all night.
Raf's got 785. Let's see what he does with a bad ace here.
Just the call. Over to David, and I was about to say he'd have the amazing squeeze spot, but picks up
he didn't want
a raggedy king.
Sandwich. Yeah.
All hearts, ace high, and actually 2 pair for Raf. Big flop, but can't love the monotone board.
I had this hand the other day, ace 10. And my opponent did have it.
Yeah, I think with no 6 of hearts, not much for Adric to do other than lay it down. And this has just been an ebb and flow final 3.
Yeah.
We've seen everyone except for David's been short at times, and everybody's been a chip leader as well.
Look how even that is.
Yeah, very, very close, but I don't believe any talk of a chop. Angelo pointing out to me. I just want
dolls.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. We shouldn't talk about that. I don't want YouTube to try to ding us for copyrighted music.
I think if I sing it, then it negates any copyright because it would just be so bad. They'd be like, that can't violate anything.
Well, just because I just had the the all-in burger, I'd ask that you not.
I certainly won't. I don't want to drive away the folks watching and joining us in chat here. And we got to raise ace queen and Adric. Three-handed king nine off. Just going to think about this. Ruff went a bit more than 2x, which has been standard for him most of the night. Adric will make the call to a flop. 280 in the middle, big chunk of both players' stacks, and nice flop for Adric, top pair. And Adric will check once again as Uncle T, the bull in the china cabinet, leaves. And once again, he gets a bet out of Raph. This time, unsure if Adric, he called last time. This time, the stack to pot's a little closer. He could make the call or just rip it, and I prefer rip it, and that is what he does. Wow, and quick call from Raph. Adric set up nicely here to become the chip leader with 2 left, and queen on the turn. A little bit of help, but not enough for Raph, and he will be down to crumbs. Just a couple big blinds and change, and massive pot there for Adric. I think that may be somewhat of a case of,
Close.
albeit mostly not bluffing, but Adric just being involved in a lot of pots, and Raph had finally had enough. Had a strong ace high, backdoor diamonds.
Can you count just one more?
Of course, yeah.
And the Adric fans
Yep.
in the chat go wild. ADHD, LFG. Travis, let's go. Yeah, and sometimes fatigue can definitely be a factor after you've been playing 10 to 12 hours, depending on when Raph chose to register. But we've seen some comebacks from crumbs at this final table. We had a quadruple up, and David, a pretty ace jack of hearts. And Raph, the forced all in, so gonna need some help. David and Adric likely to check this down. And David will take it down with ace high. And that'll be the end of Raph's night, so we are down to the final 2. Well played by Raph. Outlasting 93 players. He'll take home $3,600 for his efforts today, and Adric and David have locked up $5,700, but a lot remains to play for. Chip stacks
He was just a big one.
reasonably close. Any player's game, but Adric, of course, the chip leader. 1.7 million. David with 1.1.
David, let me, before you don't, I'm just gonna go get your stack really quick, man.
2 great tournament players are our final 2 here. It'll be fun to watch this heads-up match.
You know what you got, you know what I got.
Two strong hands, relatively speaking, for the first hand of heads up, and raise here from David. King Queen suited versus Adric with ace 4. Any ace, pretty strong hand, heads up. And he will rip. Interesting spot. David, pretty quick fold with the King Queen suited. Nice move there by Adric. Very bold. He will extend his lead up to almost 2 million in his stack. And Matt, see the in-boss David has made another final table. What a beast. He is a beast indeed. I've seen him at quite a few final tables in the Austin area. Adric with a monster heads up, ace jack suited. Comes in for a raise and quick fold from David with just 5 high. Adric comes down to earth a little bit, jack deuce offsuit. And pretty decent hand, heads up, David. King 10 off. David, ace on the button, ace 7 off. He'll come in for a raise. Jack deuce again for Adric. Suited, not good enough to make the call. $25K, $50K, big blind. Of course, the $50K big blind ante as well. So $125 in every pot in this heads up match. Couple of mediocre holdings turns into a massive spot here. David flush draw, Adric flopping the wheel. What a flop, heads up. David will lead out with his pair and flush draw. Very strong hand. Bets pot. Adric just making the call, hoping for no heart. Safe, 9 of clubs. See what David wants to do here with pair and flush draw. And David keeping the pressure up, unfortunately betting into the nuts. Adric rips and snap call, and this is going to be it. If Adric can fade a heart, it's all going to be over. And heart on the river for David.
Oh my
More
God.
poker to be played.
What a flop.
What a brutal river for
Well,
Adric. He
might
had
not
the
be
trophy in his grasp, and one card to come, and David binks the heart. So we've basically traded chip stacks. David now with about 2 million and Adric 855, but
Came running.
still plenty of playability for Adric. Quite obviously, on any given hand, we could see someone regain the chip lead. Angelo and chat, Adric can still win. Absolutely. Has to shake that one off. Adric, type of player that has the attitude to do just that. Also helps that he can take some solace in the fact that he got it in good. Travis giving us a holy smokes. Holy smokes indeed. Not going to see a whole lot of setups like that heads up. Maybe in a deeper stack cash game, but that's... And big raise here from David with king queen off, applying some pressure to Adric. Tell you what, if you want to see two expert tournament players and maybe learn something, pay close attention to this heads-up match. We've got two of the best ones here in the Austin area. Tons of trophies for both players.
Like right now. Motherfucking spin this shit back up.
David giving Adric a walk with 9-3 off.
That's definitely a start.
One in a row.
Adric, in fact, one of the great dealers here at TCH Social Austin. Obviously an excellent player as well.
Stop it. I'm trying to play nice.
Stop it.
Players trading a couple
Save the
jabs
lights
here.
for when you get home. I've heard them.
Letting everyone exhale a little bit after the flop straight rivered flush.
We should like pause the tournament.
Huh?
We should have paused the tournament. Tournament went outside before we started this.
Should have potted the. On the 1, 2, 3.
No, I mean we should have like.
Adric monster heads up. Couple of jacks. Sitting on 705K. There's already 150 in the middle. And he just rips it.
All in.
Quick fold from David. Just want to remind everyone of what these players are playing heads up for.
Good payout.
Yeah, nearly $4,000, and this is when I see a lot of players. They're happy they made it deep in a tournament. Certainly, these two players are not thinking this way, but you're playing heads up for basically third place money. So it's not time to get lackadaisical in terms of your decision making.
He sector clock had to come out.
Adric going to get a little out of line with the button raised with 9 deuce off, and David's got 5s. I think David's probably just going to ask for it all.
Are you cooking tonight?
Well, I often post my late night steak dinners on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not sure I'll have time for that tonight. Usually, I'm leaving a bit
I watched
earlier.
you eat like a salmon steak out there.
That was a snack.
That was a snack, dude. I don't want to see anybody as flat stomached as you telling me things like that. That's hard on my.
You know, the Brussels sprouts and green beans are
pretty good.
Yeah, they're great, but trust me, I'd rather have a pile of mashed potatoes. But you know, it's hard to stay in shape over 40. You know, Uncle T.
Brother, don't I know it? I have a shape, and it's not round, but it's not buff either. Well, of course, my age, buff just means you can tie your shoes. Yep, everybody over to Kyle's house tonight. He's making steaks.
You know, I love to cook for people. If it wasn't so late, I'd say come on over and I'll.
Really?
Yeah, as long as HEB's open, I'll buy enough for everybody. And as long as you like your steak medium rare.
Yeah,
if you want it well done, I'm sorry. You can come watch everybody else eat, but I'm not cooking a well done steak for you. I'm sorry.
I'm from a rare school.
10-6-8. Couple of 6s for David.
Gut shot for Adric.
He will bet with his gutter. David definitely not going to fold bottom pair, heads up, and king of hearts on the turn. As played, shouldn't be a ton of kings in either player's range. Adric going to slow down.
David is not.
And David, insta bet of 125. Does Adric have a semi-bluff move in him? And
he does not.
Does not. Not that he should have, but.
Zaddy says, yeah, no well done invited. I agree. You know Bump Phillips, you remember him?
Oh, yeah, I have an autographed picture of him. He used to, he owned a ranch down in my hometown of Goliad.
Yeah, that's right, he did.
Yeah.
He used to have a rule. He'd go into a restaurant and they'd say, hey, how do you want your steak? And he'd say, I don't know, I guess cow. And they'd say, no, sir, how do you want it cooked? He's like, look, pull its horns off, wipe its ass, and then run it in here. That's how rare he liked his steak.
That's pretty rare. Yeah. Couple of 9s for Adric. Oh, and cooler situation. This is like aces versus kings.
It really
heads
is.
up.
It really is. Wow.
And Adric's
got a chance to pull pretty close to even.
7 would be nice.
Look at that smirk he has on his face. He's very happy with this result. Pre-flop.
Talk to our respective Significant others.
Looking for a 7.
Good.
Nothing but.
No bueno, and Adric survives the all-in, and we're
Good.
creeping closer in stack size. David's still considerably ahead, but
Yeah.
as we know, things do turn on a dime. Heads up with the 50K big blind.
Yeah, that gives Adric so much more control of his fate.
And
being the more aggressive player of the two.
Oh, better.
fan club rooting hard for the hold.
Yeah. Hold steady.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Well, folks, this is TCH Social live from Austin.
Hmm?
I'm Uncle T,
crazy hand
and he
heads up,
is
honestly.
the former Whammo,
The artist formerly known
the
as
artist formerly known as Whammo.
It's just Kyle Frisbee now, you know.
Yeah.
Just-
We're going to work on that. I still got a list that I'm perfecting that I'm going to come out with. I'm going to let, like at some big tournament that we're calling, I'm going to let the
You're going to
the
whip
chat,
out a new nickname
decide
for
what
me.
the name is.
David limping in with 6-4 off. Adric 10-5 off.
Have you taken a vote on those glasses yet?
On the
Adric's glasses?
style good or not?
Yeah.
I haven't. Maybe we should. What's the chat think of Adric's glasses? They are an interesting color.
Blue blockers, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Is that what he's going for?
David will take that one down with a
All
bet.
right, David. I met Tony Hawk in Vegas, as a matter of fact.
Cool guy.
Yeah, he said, I like your Vans.
Oh, wow. And you
was
have
wearing-
them on.
No, these are just the black ones. I don't wear anything but Vans.
I've never owned a pair of Vans. Should I try it?
Absolutely.
I do like a good slip-on.
I won't say how long I've been wearing them, but it's a long freaking time. I have nothing but Vans in my closet. Probably 25 pair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm the Imelda Marcus of Vans. That's before your time, but she was the like queen of the Philippines, and she was famous for spending millions of dollars on shoes.
John, tell the host
Maybe if everybody hits the like button, Vans will want to sponsor the
Sponsors?
stream.
Yeah,
T-
sponsor me specifically.
yeah. The little Vans logo on the table.
This grunge
Yeah.
90s music on it. We'll wake us both up.
David's got a real hand. Ace Jack. Pretty good heads up. That's premium.
Does come in for the raise. Adric making the call. Queen 7 off.
There's the
Jack 8-3 and
top.
pretty favorable flop for David. Heads up, this is a monster. That's a great point in chat, Chiefin. Why don't you wear Toms, Tom?
It's a little narcissistic, I think.
Oh, okay.
My daughter likes Toms.
So what you're saying is your ego is already so big it just can't
is.
take
It is.
having your own shoe.
Yeah, I don't think I could. Yeah. My daughter likes it. Aren't they the ones that give a certain portion to charity every pair of shoes?
I believe so.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
yeah.
what she's into that.
Yeah.
But no.
Don't see him as much. I feel like Hey Dudes replaced Toms as the like go-to trendy slip-on.
Really?
Yeah, you know what Hey Dudes are?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm a boomer.
Yeah, Hey Dudes aren't as big with the boomers, but
If it was for my daughter, I wouldn't know what Toms are. Yeah, it's too cliche. Yeah, that's it.
put in the chat if you have some Hey Dudes.
My-
Crocs.
Crocs.
I-
I have never ever even thought about Skechers or Crocs. Somebody gave me Skechers for Christmas a few years ago.
Yeah.
They lasted about 4 minutes when I got back home.
Oh yeah.
They went right back to the maker. I don't care if Joe Montana or I don't. It's always some middle-aged dude that's like.
Or like
hawking 'em.
the Nike Monarchs, I think they're called. The
Is that the
old
people shoes?
man,
Yeah.
blue check mark with
No.
crew socks.
No.
Yeah, I don't even care if they made me able to 360 dunk. I wouldn't wear them.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. They're too cliche.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. I will say I got away from Vans as we have a very untouched board rollout.
Yeah, ace high, still good. David Betts quickly folded by Adric.
Yeah, anything that strikes. You saw my outfit. Somebody even commented about it.
Yeah.
Do I look like the typical boomer person dressing? Am I wearing the fishing shirt with the big blousey shorts with 62 pockets?
Yeah, Travis. Yeah, he did point out your fashion sense.
No. No.
No, you don't. You don't have typical boomer style. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah, Zaddy, 100% agree. The Monarchs are they're like the Karen of dad shoes.
Oh, that sounds bad. Whatever that means, it sounds bad.
Don't ask me to explain it, but I think it got the point across.
It's kind of like as we have an ace 10 thinking about a raise here. I think it is incoming being suited. See what he goes for. Maybe 400K here. What do you think?
Yeah, he might even just put Adric all in, heads up.
Yeah,
given there's already 225 in the middle. I hate to just call and brick the flop and somehow not win, but he does just call.
Floats it.
And there's a couple of diamonds.
Yeah. Hand ocho cinco.
David didn't have to have help, but his hand gets even better.
Mm-hmm.
David does check over to Adric, and Adric will oblige with a bet. And how does David want to play it? He can make a very comfortable jam, or could just flat if he thinks ace high is already good, and obviously he has the backup diamond outs. He comes over the top, and Adric unlikely to continue. There are some worlds where king high is good here, but that's pretty speculative.
Not in this solar system that David is the center of right now. Yeah, anything that smacks of my age group, I try to avoid.
Yeah.
What
is your age group, Uncle T?
Well, it's my daughter. I think it was my nephew, actually, the original person that called me Uncle T. I think my nephew was the one who said, "You know what I like about you, Uncle T, is you make up for your age with your immaturity." And I like, a good line. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
What age group do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself middle-aged?
Well, I've had to come to grips with that's probably a fact, I guess, but I don't identify with that. It's probably more of a fact than how I think of myself.
Yeah, I identify as a 39-year-old white male heterosexual.
Yeah.
And one of those is wrong. And I'm not saying. That's a line I use all the time.
David,
folks, we're at hand 87 here, and we have played probably 28, 30 hands that are close to it. Heads up. They go really quick. I want to shout out to Christian, our dealer. He's done great tonight, despite of the fact he's thrown them from the wrong side of the pitching rubber. We're not going to hold that against him.
Someone in chat pointed out we had a
Oh, yeah?
lefty in the box. Ace for David. And couple of 4s for Adric.
Ooh.
And can't imagine.
Yeah, boy, this is
He
tough.
would be folding. These players really battling it out heads up.
Oh, he's going to do it. Yeah.
He rips it.
He doesn't know it, but this is a really good hand to rip with because David's got to think he's only got 1 over probably. Although, you know, half the time, a little bit over, he's facing 2 undercards.
Yeah, about half the aces are better than David's.
You know, he may be thinking, well, I'm beating Queen King, I'm beating Queen Jack, I'm beating 10-9, Jack 10. He's probably running that through. Zaddy's calling for a hold. Do you make this call?
I probably lay it down, but David's probably better than me at heads up tournament play. So
he's good. You know, he and I have gotten real familiar playing tournaments together, and we give each other a hard time. But yeah, he is very good at assessing this sort of situation.
Yeah, I mean, if he makes the call and he's wrong, I mean, the one fact is that might lean him toward a call is the stacks are basically even if he calls and loses.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is he's not in a tough.
Puts it in.
Oh wow, he does call.
This could be it. Adric needing the force to hold. David looking for
Obviously,
A7
I'm
or
giving away what I know happens here since I'm on the screen. And there goes the bug into the pot. Ooh.
No help yet.
Done. Oh.
Another club.
Club draw.
14 outs for David, and he gets there.
Oh
and David is going to be the champion.
Wow. He did have a lot. He could any 7, any ace.
And obviously no fault by Adric there. That's
No,
pretty
not at
automatic shove heads up with those chip sack sizes. So that'll conclude tonight's tournament, and we'll remind you of what Adric and David will be taking home.
Great job by Adric.
Yeah, incredible. He's had a heck of a year in tournaments and probably otherwise that I don't know about. And he is a 5,700 richer tonight. And David, the champion, 95-20. Of course, as we've mentioned, well-known tournament player along with Adric here in the Austin area. So great to see them battle it out.
Yeah, that was a great tournament. Good day. It's so good we're going to do it again next month.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And we will be back with you guys for our cash stream this Wednesday at regular time, 6 p.m. Central to 10 p.m.
By the way, 5-5,
Hold on.
uncapped. And we have a couple of seats open as we speak. So if you want to play in our cash game on Wednesday, give me a buzz. Call up the club. They'll give you my number. Send me a text.
20 years ago.
Always a fun game on Wednesday. I will be here and look forward to seeing you all in chat once again. And we'll wrap it up here from TCH Social in Austin and give you a quick reminder on the way out of the Poker Atlas tour coming to town.
One more plug. 5-10-25 on the 8th. So a week and a half. Join us for a 5-10-25 No Limit Hold'em game, another live stream on Wednesday the 8th. Good night, everybody.
The hunt starts now. Every stop, every hand, every point counts. Earn points by entering, registering on time, finishing in the money, and score multipliers with bigger fields. Climb the leaderboard and take your shot at the ultimate free roll prize pool. $100,000 in cold hard cash reserved for the grinders who rise to the top. Trailblazer Poker Tour Season 2 begins the 25th of September at TCH Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas. Play more, earn more, climb to the top where you belong.